Hey everybody, I'm going to do a basic composite using two new features in Photoshop. One is Harmonize and the other one is Nano Banana. And I'm going to start out with a stock image of a background. It's a lobby that looks like this. And I'm going to take this image of a car, cut it out, and I'm going to drop it into the lobby using Harmonize to make it look like this. And then after that, I'm going to change the angle of the camera, elevate it up above the car so the image looks like this. Are we ready for this? Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, this is dedicated to photography as a photo artist pushing ourselves out of the box creatively. All right, this is going to be somewhat controversial because some people are going to like these features that are built into Photoshop, and other people, they're upset about it. They won't touch it, and they're not going to use it. I'm neutral on this as long as it gets you from point A to B and you're happy with the results. I mean, these are just tools and techniques that we could use that might save us some time over doing it, say, a traditional way in Photoshop. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's jump right here into Photoshop. And I'm going to work with two features that we talked about earlier in the intro, and that is working with a feature called Harmonize and also Nano Banana that has been updated into Photoshop. So the two images I'm going to start with, these are just stock images I'm playing with. So let's open this up. And this is the background of a lobby. And then I'm going to go over here to the other image, which is a car. And I'm just going to use the contextual taskbar, which I have up here. If you're new to the channel and don't follow me for a while, or haven't followed me for a while, I should say, under Window drop-down menu, toward the bottom, you'll see contextual taskbar. When that opens up, usually it's floating around in your workspace. I click and drag and put it right here at the very top in the option bar. And then I just anchor it by going to these little three dots, and I just choose pin bar option. So that way it's always available to me in the upper right-hand corner, and it doesn't move and bounce around the screen. Okay, so with this layer selected, I'm just going to choose select subject, let it do its thing, which really amazes me, the accuracy of the selection tool now that we have built into Photoshop. I'm going to add a mask. So I'm going to come down here, click on the mask feature. So that cuts it right out. And I'm just going to take this layer, click and drag it over to the lobby image and drop it right in. Now it comes in really big, so I'm just going to resize this. Control T, Command T on a Mac, and that will activate the free transform tool. And I'll just resize that and sort of eyeball it and drop it in, let's say about like right there. Okay, and then again, just enter on the keyboard. Now that I'm on this layer, and it's really important to be on this layer, you'll see over here in the contextual taskbar, there's a feature here called Harmonize. And so when I select that, I'll let it do its thing, and it should add a shadow to this based on the lighting it sees, and maybe a little tweak on the colors so to sort of match the lobby. That's what Harmonize is supposed to do with us, or for us, I should say. So let's see what happens. And we'll come up with three different options here. We'll see that in the properties panel. So you'll see this is right here in the property panel. That's one. This is the other one. And that's the third one. I don't know which one I like. I might just go with that one right there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go with the second one right there. So really nice. Saved me a lot of time manually putting in the shadow and harmonizing this with the color based on the lobby background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shift Control Alt E. That would be Shift Command Option E on a Mac, and that does a visible stamp layer where it consolidates all these layers and puts it into one. Because I'm going to use a new feature that we've had for a little bit, but they've really enhanced it in Photoshop. And I'm going to use something called Nano Banana, where I want to change the angle of my camera to be elevated above the car shooting down. Now, unfortunately, when I did this, your standard subscription to Photoshop only allows you so many credits per month. and I can't demo this because I ran out of credits. So what I did was I took the image I already did and I'm going to dissect it for you. So let's take a look at it. Okay, let's jump into the Nano Banana feature. Before I do that, if you could do me a favor, and that is, please like the video, subscribe if you have not subscribed, hit that notification bell. Next time I upload a video, you'll get notified on that. And the second thing is thank you for everybody that has been donating to buymeacoffee.com/Stephen Photo Artist. The link is right here at the bottom of the screen. This is a very small channel, and I really appreciate the help. A lot of expense in running a YouTube channel. And my goal is basically to break even by the end of the year because I'm investing any kind of little money I make back into not only the softwares, but any kind of materials I'm buying or lenses or things I'll be featuring for you on this channel to give you exposure to other ideas and concepts when it comes to photography and as a photo artist. All right, so this is, let me go over here to back into Photoshop. Let me go to the open dialog box. Get back over here. And this is what I did earlier. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it and record it for you because I was playing with it and then I ran out of credits. And that's sort of the downfall. So you got to make a decision. Do you want to invest in more credits in that? And I can't answer that for you, but this is what we started with. And then we did drop the car in there. That's after I made my selection. So you saw that earlier. And then I added the, with Harmonize, it added the shadow to the car right there. And then I did the visible stamp layer where I consolidated all the layers into one. And then what I did was, let me select this. I went over here and used right here in our contextual taskbar. This was actually done with Gemini 2.5, which is the Nano Banana, but now they've upgraded to a pro version 3, which I guess is more powerful than that. But that's what I use for this example. And let's take a look over here to the right side. I just put in this phrase right here, and it says, change camera to a higher camera angle on the car. And I hit generate, and that's what it produced right here. And then if you've known me for a while, I actually took that image and did a visible stamp layer again to put it on top, and I used Luminar Neo, which is one of my favorite plugins, just to jazz up the finished product. So we ended up with that, but this is what I started with after I used Nano Banana. Okay, so this is some really cool creative tools. I know a lot of people are offended by this. They don't like this. AI has taken us over. It's very controversial, but if it helps me get to point A to B based on my vision and it's a little bit easier and faster, why not? I know other people don't like it, but if you don't, just do it the traditional way, which you would have to actually take a photo of the car at the above angle. But AI is taking over, so it does it for us. So it just adds more creativity for us. I don't know what you think about this. Make it in the comments. Do you like these features that they're putting into Photoshop, or you do not like it and you want to avoid it? I mean, again, there's no right or wrong on that. Okay, so I'm going to end this the way I normally do, and that is, let's get that camera out. Let's practice. Let's make mistakes. Why? Because, again, we learn from making mistakes. Always think creatively, literally out of the box. Until next time, see ya.